We have a bunch of comments to the Nick Fuentes, very suspicious of Eric Kirk and the gang. These are the second day the comments are rolling in. We appreciate it. Keep commenting, guys. Keep liking, keep subscribing. It's been a lot of women. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wanted this podcast to, as I said last time, reach a lot of people. We're just trying to get the conversation going. And I do want to apologize when I just went off. I guess I went off on whites. I did not mean to go off on white people. I meant to go off on white racists. Fuck the white racists. I love white people. Sorry, guys. Robert Bolton 8325 said, I'm with Nick on this one. Okay. She is excited about taking over TPUSA and supporting Israel. For those who don't remember this clip, Nick was talking about that he was suspicious of Erica Kirk's behavior. I said I could see why he's suspicious, but it's a little too early for me to start commenting. She was presented to Charlie for an interview and decided to date him after a long interview. So you guys have told me that there was some interview process and they were set up by someone, so they didn't just meet from being out and about. There's a few comments from Holly Cook 01Q. It says, do not listen to this guy narrating over Nick. Talking about me. He is definitely being paid to talk the truth Nick is saying. Well, I just went off on Nick. So, Holly, if you watch my content, you may see that sometimes I agree with Nick, sometimes I don't. Please check out some of the other videos because maybe there are some things you and I agree about. He is definitely a part of the goon squad for the liberal agenda. I'm not sure if Nick and the liberals are in agreement. I don't think so. Sent to try to confuse and stop people from seeing the truth. You lost me there with your comments. You lost the producer. He also chuckled. I read a few more, guys. As you guys may see or may not see, there are many to the Nick Fuentes is very suspicious of Erica Kirk. Bad Girl BEX 3791. I don't think I've ever agreed with Nick more before in my life. Every point he raised was valid and echoes concerns a lot of people who have been paying close attention. I said many of his points were valid. They just were, he's said them too soon for me to say because she's a grieving widow. And I don't, as he said himself, I don't know enough about her to know her background. And if her and Charlie discussed her taking over and just her ideology, I don't know. Maybe maybe it would make sense for her to step in and replace him. Maybe it doesn't. I'm not even religious, so I'm not going to call out anyone's approach to Christianity, but I am leaning and genuinely like Charlie for years. His assassination was like a gut punch. It was to me as well. It was very shocking. We lost a great guy. I disagree with him, but I think he was a good person. Again, I think he was trying to push positive debate. So I think what he was bringing to the table in terms of the civilness was good, but I didn't necessarily agree with his beliefs. And on the first day when Erica came out to give her speech, my initial reaction was to have empathy for a young widow woman whose two young children had lost their father, me as well. But something kept niggling at me, and then when she gave her speech at Charlie's memorial, something again was bothering me, and I couldn't put my finger on it. It was only as I was scrubbing back through coverage to find an example of her giving a hand signal. Some people have been saying she was throwing up metal rockers, devil horn gestures. Interesting. But I knew it would immediately to be a sign signal for I love you, and had the volume turned off as I went to find a good frame I could screenshot. Oh, this is a long comment. This may be the last one. Appreciate you commenting, though. I really want to understand what you're talking about. Bad Girl Bex 3791. So I'm gonna read all of this. The entire performance was stagecraft. She knew how to push the audience's buttons and get them to think her completely absent of gall and instead see a beacon of bravery. But aside from all that, and aside from the Romanian orphanage set up to operate within the premise of prostitution and trafficking, aside from the myriad, you're a great writer, man, or a good writer. Aside from the myriad ways she and her family have connected with or that intersect with so many of the actors involved, aside from the trad wife rebranding a pageant queen who posted on stage bikini pics, I'm going to have to side with Nick on this one and just assume that every chapter of TPUSA will allow her to proceed however she wishes, regardless of what other members might want, not want from their leadership going forward. I love to be wrong about this, and I love to hear that TPUSA has gone to open more and more chapters worldwide, hopefully making good on their promises to Charlie would have wanted. We shall wait and see. You said a lot. I appreciate your passion. I appreciate your giving us your time. You brought up more points than Nick. So yes, there's a lot that you seem to think that she was performing, and she may be. I'm definitely going to remember you, and later in a month or two, if she's still the leader and she becomes an actual political figure, I will go back on this comment. I'm gonna read it in private. I will go back on this comment and definitely give some more of my thoughts. And I'll just read one more comment in closing. There are a few about the government shutdown. Fire, you guys. Some people there haven't been as many comments left on some of the more hard news that we did, but seeing that there were some comments on one of the hard news takes or segments is, pleasing to me. So I appreciate that. House 01, you left one comment, but for some reason it's showing twice, so there's only one comment, not as many as I thought. Trump shut down the government to block votes to release the Epstein files. Dang, that might be why. That's kind of a negative tweet, kind of a negative comment, a downer for me to end it on. But I appreciate you, House 01. And yeah, maybe Trump did do this because he's also someone to be rumored to be friends with Epstein, like Clinton. So maybe he doesn't want information about him to get out. But this time we are done the show, guys. So peace, love you, and talk to you tomorrow. If you like this video, please smash the like button, comment, and subscribe. New shows airing Monday through Thursday.